It's an even worse day for Silvergate Capital. That's the crypto outfit that tumbled nearly 43% before losing even another 2.3% today. Now, even before that decline, this thing was already down more than 90% from its all-time highs a little over a year ago. A good example that stocks can always go lower, at least until they hit zero. Why do we care? Because Silvergate's a pivotal part of the crypto ecosystem, such as it is. And I think this story is a great example of everything that's wrong with that industry. It's good to talk about it on an up day so you don't just feel like, oh, my God, can anything go right with this group? On Wednesday night, this crypto bank made a series of horrifying disclosures, which is why it's now getting creamed. And if we don't address it tonight, I worry that the market capitalization will shrink to the point where I'm no longer allowed to talk about it on air. First, though, you need to understand what Silvergate does. This used to be a California-based community bank, but about a decade ago, they pivoted into cryptocurrencies with the goal of offering traditional financial services to companies in the crypto space, especially the cryptocurrency exchanges. They got in very early at a time when most banks wanted nothing to do with anything Bitcoin-related, and back then it was really only Bitcoin. Now, they built themselves into something that's essential. Most importantly, they operate something called the Silvergate Exchange Network, or SCN for short, which is a payment network for the crypto space. This network lets you send U.S. dollars to other Silvergate customers instantly 24/7, just like crypto transactions, much less cumbersome than a wire transfer. The other big component here is money lending. Silvergate offers U.S. dollar-denominated loans, and they're willing to take Bitcoin as collateral. At one point, they were working on their own stable coin, a kind of pseudo-money market fund that allows you to go in and out of crypto markets with little friction, something I've said repeatedly is the most dangerous link in the crypto chain.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. You know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And Jim Cramer sends out another warning when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. And he was just on CNBC trying to promote Silvergate Capital. He states he doesn't want the stock to go too low because then he can't talk about it. Now we know Silvergate is FDIC insured. And when you look at the shareholders, who's at the top? That's right, Vanguard. And who else is on that list? That's right, BlackRock. The two companies that own everything. And we know Silvergate was doing business with Binance until 2021, getting ready for the Fed to start shrinking that liquidity. We had Kathy Wood sell majority of her shares, but remember, guys, when it comes to Silvergate, they're a bank. Going into the bear market, of course, they're not going to make the money off fees. They're the on and off ramp of cryptos, just moving you on to fiat or moving you into crypto. And we know Coinbase is doing the same thing. So she went all in into Coinbase. But Silvergate's chairman of the board used to work for Andreessen, my guy. So guys, we know how the NWO does move certain chess pieces around. Because they already know the agenda. And that is the fourth industrial revolution. And you're not going to get that from CNBC. They know the Fed is raising rates and shrinking the balance sheet. And naturally, that's going to hit stocks like these. But the fourth industrial revolution stocks and cryptos are going to rise like the phoenix. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows, when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Hey, Jim, it's great to be here.
Well, first, I think congratulations are in order. I've got a release in front of me. Silvergate purchases the blockchain payment network assets from Diem. Can you tell us what you've got with those? And I don't know whether you're allowed to reveal how much it costs, but how much do you think it's worth?
Sure. Well, we think the potential worth is off the chart when we think about using the blockchain technology for payments and remittance. The U.S. dollar-backed stablecoin industry today has well over $100 billion in dollars trading across the blockchain. However, that is primarily used for cryptocurrency trading. And where we see the opportunity in the future is, as I mentioned, for payments and remittance, global remittance. And we think the opportunity is just huge.
You guys had blowout numbers. You had there you go. You had big growth in your Silvergate Exchange Network, customer growth as well, even as crypto has kind of struggled the last couple of months. To what do you attribute that success, and how interested still are your clients in crypto?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Our customers are still very engaged in this ecosystem, and one of the things about Silvergate and the Silvergate Exchange Network is we are the regulated on ramp and off ramp from the traditional financial system into and out of the cryptocurrency ecosystem. We are institutionally focused.
Alan, thanks for joining us today. Given the fact that Silvergate really does have a front row seat as essentially the bridge between crypto and traditional finance, as we see more headlines, whether it's the BlockFi bankruptcy, headlines this morning about Genesis looking to avert a possible bankruptcy filing, other firms halting lending and other trading services and activity. How dire is the situation in the crypto market right now?
Yeah, good morning, Morgan. It's good to be with you again. So the way I think we should be thinking about this is I think we need to zoom out. I just heard you mention the price of Bitcoin and ETH both being down this month. And, Silvergate has been banking this ecosystem for 9 years. So this type of volatility is not new to us. And in fact, we've built our platform to help our customers through both the good times and the challenging times, such as we're experiencing now. But if I step all the way back to when we first got into this business, it was Bitcoin only. And our primary focus when we got into this business was to essentially help Bitcoiners on ramp and off ramp between the US dollar and other fiat currencies into Bitcoin and then back out. We developed the Silvergate Exchange Network, to bring the legacy banking system that only operates during normal business hours during the week into the 24/7 Bitcoin trading market, so that the SEN with our API helps our customers move US dollars 24/7. And so it's certainly a challenging time across all financial markets, and Bitcoin is no exception. But the Silvergate Exchange Network, still provides the same service we've been providing for years, 24/7, access to US dollars.
Okay, I want to get into that a little bit more. I mean, to your point, you're federally regulated. You provide liquidity to the system, and presumably you're in a position because of that to defend against a so-called run on the bank to satisfy client deposit redemption requests. Have there been many?
Yeah, so as a publicly listed company, Morgan, I have to stick to our public statements, but we have provided a mid-quarter update where we did share that our average deposits for the first half of the quarter were down compared to the third quarter. But importantly, I want to go back to the first point that you just made, which is that as a federally regulated bank, we have built our platform to essentially be able to handle customer withdrawals and customer inflows 24/7. And the way we do that, and again, I'll stick to our publicly disclosed numbers, but as of September 30th, Silvergate had $13 billion, a little over $13 billion in cash and investment securities that were available to support only $12 billion in deposits. Another way to think about that is if all the deposits left, Silvergate has cash and securities to support all of that outflow. Now, this is certainly a deep crypto bear market, but we don't think it's going to zero. And so anywhere between zero and that $12 billion that we ended the quarter at, Silvergate has the liquidity to service our customers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.